Today we're talking about the theory, does Ada love Boruto? With the new chapter of Two Blue Vortex chapter 8, we know Kawaki does not feel Ada at all, even after the 3-year time skip. He was telling Delta like he didn't care about what he said to her, what happened to her, anything like that. He didn't even care about Mitsuki, but that's besides the point. Anyway, Ada has been feeling Boruto low key to me since the final chapter of Boruto Part 1. Because remember, guys, Ada does not know even what love is or what exactly love is. She didn't really know that she loved Kawaki. It was more just like she thought love at first sight, right? Because that's the saying, love at first sight. So she thought because she's seen him, she's like, you know what, I love him. That's going to be my boyfriend. Well, now that it's been 3 years, she's kind of become more adept in feelings and stuff because she was locked away for so long. She is low key feeling Boruto. Whenever she promised him that she would not tell Kawaki anything, right, in Boruto Part 1 about what happened with the Omnipotence and where he was going and who he was going with for those 3 years until he came back to the village. She didn't have to do that. He didn't ask her to do that. She made that promise, and she kept that promise from what we know. And even now, what was happening in Chapter 8, when she was watching Mitsuki and Boruto talk, she thought Boruto was so cool. She was low-key blushing. She was like, damn, like he's raw, right? She was feeling him. And then Kawaki's asking Ada where is Boruto and to locate him. And she was low-key giving time and stalling for Boruto because also she wanted to see what was going down, but she was not immediately telling Kawaki where to go, right? And then finally she does tell Kawaki where Boruto is at. And she knows Boruto escapes. And then when Mitsuki comes back, him and Ada are having this really in-depth conversation about love, right? And Mitsuki's telling Ada basically, in other words, maybe that she doesn't love Kawaki because she's not like too adept into feelings like Mitsuki. He had no prior basically feelings or anything anyway, but he knew something was up. And as we've seen, Ada's low key been to us as the reader, she's been kind of conflicting and measuring Boruto with Kawaki as of late. And then at the end of their conversation, we see Ada say, I want to have a long talk with Boruto. So what would she have to have a long talk with Boruto with? She already apologized for when omnipotence happened in chapter 1. So she has nothing really to talk about him with besides what? Probably an in-depth conversation because she wants to low-key like see what he's about, see if she's feeling him because she low-key likes him. I'm telling you, Kawaki has shown no interest. She has, although she's telling Delta to take care of Kawaki and everything else, you just don't see it kind of on her face. She's not making like threats like she used to about like if anybody touched Kawaki or anything like that. And I just think Ada's low-key been feeling Boruto. I feel like this is what's gonna happen. We can correlate also if you want to add in there his Jogan, if that is canon, looking like the moon. She also has the half moon eyes. So I'm not saying they're gonna get together. I'm not a shipper, nothing like that. But the writing's on the wall for there to be two love interests for him. And it would be funny because, or not funny, but since Sarada's Mangekyo design is the sun, and we know Ada's is the moon, that kind of correlates, right? Because Boruto is the moon, but he's also with his Jogan, but he's also Mitsuki's son, right? So there's two parts. So we got Sarada and Boruto's the sun, and then we also have Ada and Boruto's the moon. So they could conflict. We never know this. We could find out that this was the reason maybe why Sarada, Sumire, and Ada um, did not get affected by omnipotence. Maybe the whole thing was because they all love the same Otsutsuki or something like that, because Ada didn't know like what love is and what her true feelings were. This has the potential to add so much into the story of Two Blue Vortex. This has we could finally maybe see Damon fight, Kawaki, because maybe Kawaki's gonna try to hurt Ada, and Ada's like done with him, and she's like, Damon, just like sick him, go crazy, and Damon finally shows off his power. I personally think what might happen is that when the Shinju come to Konoha, Bug is gonna go after Ada, and on some Sakura stuff during the pain arc in part 2 of Naruto in Shippuden, like how Sakura screamed for Naruto and then he pulled up with the toads. I feel like Ada, because she doesn't know she loves Boruto, she's gonna be like thinking she wants Kawaki, and Bug is gonna pull up, and maybe Damon's being distracted by another Shinju and fighting, or maybe because he can't touch Ada and somebody else is like blocking her, he can't use the reflect ability and he's being like strong armed. And Ada's gonna call for Boruto, and then Boruto's gonna show up and save her, and that's kind of gonna kick things off with, I wouldn't say the relationship, but the writing between both of them. But that's all I have today for you guys. If you could please subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me what your thoughts are.